Hello and welcome to Motivational Moments with Donna Hilfiger on Fox 5 Plus. I am your host, Donna Hilfiger, and I've shared the story of, I've shared it several times, talking about grief and how we lost a child back in 1996. And people have come out of the woodwork to share their own stories because once we're really opening our minds to something more than what we've been taught, things happen and show up in our lives that we never paid attention to before. And I shared this story. I'm going to share a couple with you today, and I hope that we have a time to get through them because I can't make this stuff up. I'm even writing a book about it because we've had so many weird, off-the-wall, unexplained coincidences that have happened that I never probably would have paid attention to had I not been looking for something more. When I was pregnant with the son who died, I had a dream and I was taking a dream class. I'd never taken a dream class before in my life. I always have dreams that come true to the point of where it used to scare the daylights out of some of the people when I was smaller, and I would tell them that I would just know things before they happened, and they were like, oh, this is bad. So I kind of shut it down, and finally when I got older, I said, I'll take a dream class. So I'm taking this dream class, I'm writing down these dreams, and I had a dream that I was pregnant with twins. And in the dream, there was this little girl and a little boy. And the little boy, they were twins, but the little boy was a lot smaller than the little girl. And we were in my grandmother's backyard, and I was back there playing with the kids, and the little girl looks at me and said, Mommy, it's not time for me to come. And in the dream, I'm going, oh, no, please stay, please stay. And she said, nope, it's not time for me to come. So she was gone. You know how dreams are. She was gone. And there's the little boy. And I woke up, didn't think anything of it, just thought it was kind of weird. I wrote it down and didn't pay any more attention to it. So that child that I was pregnant with ended up dying at 3 months old. He was 3 months old and he died from crib death, sudden infant death syndrome. And I went on to have 2 more children after that. And we'd moved to another neighborhood, and we're in the house that we're in now. And one day, cleaning house, happened upon my dream book. And I was like, oh, what was I dreaming back then? Totally forgotten about it. Flip the page open to that dream. Talk about can't make this stuff up. This is God, the universe, whatever higher power that you believe in speaking to me. I'm reading that dream. Not only am I reading that dream, the 2 kids that I had after our son had died, the little girl was bigger than the little boy. They were the exact same age, and I got cold chills sitting here telling you about this. They were the exact same age of the children in my dream when I wrote it in that dream journal. Can't make it up. I'm telling you, there's something bigger to life than what we've all been told, because that's just one of the many experiences that I had. And this daughter that I had after our son had died, his name was Cole Spencer Hilfiger. I thought we had exhausted the C's. We had Chris, Carson, Casey, and Cole. So I was like, okay, we've got to have another C. And I was like, what am I going to name this child? And I thought Carly Madison, that was going to be her name. I wasn't really sold on it, but that's all I had. So I was like, okay, Carly Madison. Well, right before she was born, I had this dream, this chunky, naked little baby sitting in front of me and said, Mommy, my name is Colin. And I wake up the next day and I'm talking to a friend and I said, you know, I've got a Carson and a Casey that are girl-boy names. I'm not naming my daughter Colin. She said, look it up in the baby book. I kid you not, I kept this baby book. It says Colin, a familiar form of Nicholas, and a nickname for Colin was Cole, the child who had just died. I cannot make this stuff up. And I got cold chills again sitting here telling you this. I could not write the book back in 1996 because the consciousness on the planet was not at the point to where it is today, because I know a lot of you out there are going, oh my gosh, you're never going to believe what's happened in my life. I'm telling you, once we start opening and expanding our minds, the universe will show us up through dreams, through experiences, through different weird things in your life. When Cole died, we were sitting in church, and this red bird came over pecking at the window to the point of where it stopped the sermon. I saw red birds all the time after that. It was a sign. It was a sign. I'm telling you, the universe will show you up signs. I used to open up my little books that I have as for inspirational things. And I had this one book of different things, and I opened it up one day while I was pregnant with him, and it was dragonflies, and I kind of poo-pooed it away and didn't pay any attention to the message in it. And I go to the front door to get my oldest child off the bus, and I opened the door, and there's thousands of dragonflies only in my yard. We lived in a neighborhood that you can throw a ball to the neighbors' houses. These dragonflies, thousands of them, only in my yard. It was transformation. This is the child that left us. Can't make this stuff up. I hope you get a good takeaway from this segment. Write me in. I would love to hear your stories. I'd love to share your stories. That I have this platform to be able to open and expand people's minds. Donna@DonnaHilfiger.com. Find me on social media. Connect with me and tell me your stories. I hope you get a great takeaway from this. Thanks for joining me and have an awesome day.